We do not like ads.
Some animals been killing my chickens, and just
Wait.
some animals been killing.
I think this is the right one. I think this is the right one that Nico wanted me to react to. I'm not sure. I think this is it.
Some animals been killing my chickens, and just last night it attacked again, leaving me with only 2 survivors. I'm not quite sure what animal is doing this, but I'm determined to find out and make sure it never happens again. There were feathers scattered everywhere, and all the bodies were gone. And just outside, I'd found some
Let's redo this again.
Some animals been killing my chickens, and just last night it attacked again, leaving me with only 2 survivors. I'm not quite sure what animal is doing this, but I'm determined to find out and make sure it never happens again. There were feathers scattered everywhere, and all the bodies were gone. And just outside, I'd found some digging where some had tried to went under the fence. Bobcat, coyote, maybe even a raccoon. At this point, I'm not really sure what this animal could be. So I set up some trail cameras, and a few days later, we had our suspects. The first animal that showed up was a possum. Possums are scavengers, and they're only about the size of a football. But if given the chance, a possum will definitely kill a chicken. Next up, we had our first real predator, a red fox. Red fox are the perfect predator. They've got a mouthful of teeth, they're super fast, and they're extremely smart, especially when they get older, making them the ultimate chicken predator. But on the trail camera, I didn't just get pictures of one fox. I got 2 at the same time. And with these 2 foxes working together as a team, it makes them an extreme threat to the chickens. Not very long later, we had a coyote. Much like fox, coyotes have a bunch of teeth, super fast, super smart, but they're about twice as big, making them even stronger. And I don't think I have to say this, but they love to eat chickens. And not very long after the coyote, my guard dog Steve showed up. But obviously he's not doing too good at guarding, otherwise we wouldn't be in this situation. But since at the moment we don't know which animal's really been killing the chickens, we're going to set traps for all of them, just in case. First, we're going to be setting a trap for the possum. This is just going to be a really basic cage trap with some dog food in the back. When the possum gets in, the door drops and keeps them there until I get there the next day. This is super effective for possums, raccoons, but whenever you get in smarter animals like coyotes and fox, this just isn't going to work. The next traps we're going to be setting is a foothold, and this should be perfect for both the foxes and the coyote. And to do this the way I want to, we're going to need 2 locations, setting 2 traps at each. This spot right here looks pretty good. There's a road that goes right here. I can set a trap there and a trap right here, and this should be a really good location. The reason we're setting 2 traps close together is because if those 2 red fox are running together as one of them gets caught, the other one will circle it and stay with it for a significant amount of time, and hopefully long enough for the other fox to get interested in the other trap, and that way we can catch them both in the same night. So let's not waste any time. Let's get started. We got some traps to set. And now for bait, I'm putting a little bit of old bear meat in it. There we go. Right down in the main bottom of that hole. And since it's mating season right now, we'll do a little bit red fox pea right on top. Maybe they'll get a little upset and think there's another dude in here. With trapping, the name of the game is the more traps you have out, the more opportunities you have to catch. So I set out a few more traps throughout the rest of the day, and then it was time for night number 1. On night number 1, we didn't catch anything, but we did get footage of this fox walking all over our traps. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, we just walked around and never actually got close enough to get caught. And even though that's completely normal and nothing to be worried about, I do want to come in here and set a new trap, and a different kind of trap. The traps we've set so far is a cage trap, which was for the possum, and some footholds for the coyotes and fox. However, today we're going to be setting what we call a snare. This is a lot different than the footholds, because with the footholds, you kind of got to have the cooperation of the coyote or fox. What I mean by that is, in order to catch them, you kind of have to grab their interest and make them come over to the set. The snare, however, is a blind set. You just set this up in their path, and as long as they go on the path, they're going to get caught. And honestly, that right there is looking pretty good. It's really not that complicated. The next day when we went to check the traps, they were empty. But at least not all of our traps were empty. And I'm glad that we finally caught this possum. And who knows if this is even the possum that we're really trying to catch. That's the crazy thing about it. Y'all hear that? I don't know what it is. But I'm grabbing the 22. We're going to find out. Could be a predator trying to kill something.
could be wrong, but
I think it's just frogs.
I'll be able to do it, so.
That's weird though. That is weird. Either way, I'm gonna take care of this possum. The next night we did get the fox on camera, but unfortunately we didn't catch him. But it could have been because we had already caught something else in our trap already. We ended up catching a raccoon, which isn't what we were after. But since we didn't get him on camera and he's not been a threat to the chickens, I decided to use the catch pole and let him go. I'm gonna give him this and he's gonna bite it instantly. Yeah, see, that's just, you know, these dudes kind of, it's honestly way safer if I would just shoot him, but that's not what I want to do. It's okay, buddy. Yeah, he's gonna be totally fine when we let him go. If we let him go. I mean, if we can get to him. Oh man, almost had him right there. Oh, almost had him again. Oh gosh, oh gosh. Oh, he's trying to get him. Have we met before? I've probably seen you before. Go. Alright, we got him good. Now I'm gonna work him down. Down here, it's really risky. Not really though. Take the trap off. He's fine. Lift it up. And there we go. He's running off just like nothing ever happened. But if only we'd known what this raccoon would have done later, our decision would have been a lot different. Alright, I'm gonna reset this trap and get it back to where hopefully it can catch us something tonight. For the next little bit, everything was looking pretty promising. The 2 chickens we had left were doing great. Nothing had broken into the chicken lot for a while. We caught the possum earlier in the video, and although both the red foxes and the coyote are still out there, we were making progress. Because this morning, as we was checking the traps, we learned that last night, we caught one of the red foxes who could have been killing our chickens. Talking about a hard-fought battle, man. It feels like I've been trapping these guys forever. But, hey.
I don't work tomorrow.
Okay.
Paid off. You can see we got this guy right there on the front foot. If we needed to, we'd really let this guy go and he'd be perfectly fine. It's not hurting him at all. It's just holding him there. But from our trail camera video, we know that this is not the only red fox that we need to take out. These red fox have been working in a team of 2, most likely a pair. We got one of them. Now there's one more we gotta get, plus we gotta get that coyote. And don't get me wrong, I don't hate foxes at all. I don't even hate coyotes. I just hate the ones that, well, eat my chickens. If this dude wasn't a threat to the chickens, I wouldn't even be trapping. Now that we got him, I'm gonna go ahead and take him out. We're gonna skin him up, make sure we use his fur and all that, so he's definitely not going to waste. Alright, we're not gonna waste any more time. We're gonna go ahead and get it done. And guess what? He's done. Quick and easy. Didn't even move a muscle. No matter what gun you use, this is a little bitty 22, pretty much the smallest gun they make, and it was over for him before it even happened. Now I'm gonna get this guy out, skin him up of course, but then the name of the game, I gotta reset this trap, because the longer we can have these traps out and set, the better chance we have of actually catching the rest of them. It has been 2 weeks since I pulled the traps last, and today's a very important day. First of all, the coyotes that we've seen are completely gone. I don't know really what happened to them, but they've just not been in the area. I have trail cameras all over. I've not seen them in like a month. That's good. As for the other red fox that we know is out there, I actually have been getting pictures of him, and honestly, quite consistently. He's here, well, right over there, about twice a week, which is quite a bit. Plus, after I set this trap, we got some new chickens. It is springtime, and I feel like it's about time that we try some more chickens. Now, I'm not going to get my whole flock back until I catch this red fox, but I am going to start off with a few roosters just to test the waters a little bit. Well, this is the spot I've been seeing. We got a trail right here, trail right there, trail right there, and if you remember, that right there is where we caught the first red fox. Who knows? We may catch them both on the same ground. If it works, I ain't mad about it. Alright guys, these are our 3 chickens. They are going to be essentially test dummies for the rest of the vlog. But hey, if I get these guys out here, they stay safe for a little while, I think that gives us the green light to get a few more chickens and get some hens. But as for now, we got 2 black chickens and 1 white chicken. All 3 are roosters, and they are going to be our test subjects. Wish you luck, brothers. But as for now, I think it's a game of chance. Do I get to the fox, or does the fox get to you first? 'Twas the night after I set the trap, after I'd gone in my house. Not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Then there was a fox coming out of its den. It looked at my set again and again. It stepped all over, but avoided my trap. It's hard to believe, but this is no cap. Watching my trail camera, I couldn't believe what I see. So I hobbled outside of my crops and doused it with fresh fox feed. The little red fox never returned, but I know what he wants, so I'm not concerned. The bait is still there, his favorite little snack. He knows where it is, and he will be back. A couple nights later, the fox did come back. But this time, he wasn't interested in my trap. He was interested in something else. So I set up my thermal drone just outside the chicken lot, trying to find a way in. The fox had came back for sure. But this time, he was after the roosters. I didn't waste any time. I ran in the house, grabbed my rifle. But by the time I got back outside, not only had the fox found a way in the chicken coop, but he had already killed the white chicken and on his way taking it out. I can see him on the drone, but I can't see him through the thermal yet. But I know he's there. I just can't see him because of these trees. He's right there though, and he's got the chicken. He's got the stinking white chicken. Despite only being about 60 yards away from the fox, I just can't see him through my scope. We're gonna have to go around. We're gonna have to go around. At this point, not only has the fox completely killed the white chicken, but he's actively trying to stuff him under the fence to take him off. Lucky for me though, the fox isn't having an easy time, and he's pretty occupied doing this, leaving me the perfect opportunity to stalk in and get closer to see if I can take a shot with the rifle. Oh, here we go.
I think he should have just taken the shot.
We gotta be quiet, but this is our chance to make a move. I continued to sneak a little closer, but when I checked back in on the drone, the fox had successfully got the chicken out of the fence. And at this moment, I knew that if I was going to do something, I had to do it fast. But luckily this time, when I threw up my gun, I could see the fox through the scope. I just had to move over just a little bit to get some of the sticks out of the way. And finally, I had a clear shot at the fox. But unfortunately, I missed. But to my luck, the fox stopped just a few yards further, giving me another shot.
Stormtrooper. Stormtrooper aim.
But this time, I missed again.
There's no way. Oh my goodness.
No stinking way, dude. This kind of stuff doesn't happen. Let me see if I can reacquire him. I might be able to continue the chase. It's unlikely, but I might be able to find him again. I searched for him, but unfortunately, I just couldn't find him. I had my chance. I even had two, and I blew them both. But 15 minutes later, this fox came back. To my disbelief, the fox was back again. No stinking way that's him. Well, let's go try a couple more shots, huh? Keeping the drone in my hand, I ran out there and threw up my scope right where he was supposed to be. Lo and behold, there he was. This was it. This time I'm going to make sure I have a perfect rest and that nothing can go wrong in this shot. There was the fox, broadside, giving me a perfect shot. But I missed again.
Stormtrooper aim, man. It's Stormtrooper aim.
No way.
You're getting rusty, bro.
There's no way it's me. Now, missing an easy shot, it happens. Missing 2 easy shots, highly unlikely. Missing 3 easy shots, literally impossible. Especially when you roll back
Not impossible. It's called Stormtrooper aim. That's all.
the footage of all 3 of these shots. I felt really confident about it. I felt like every single one should have killed the fox. But that's when I remembered a very, very important detail. Literally like a month ago, I took the scope off and put it on this new mount, put it back on, and I had never actually re-sighted it in. So now that I'm making all these terrible shots, it's making sense why now. Well, nothing we can really do about that right now. Boys, that hurts. That hurts bad. Not only did I watch my chicken, the white one, get eaten live from my drone, but I think way worse than that is that I had 2 shots to take out this fox once and for all, and I blew both of them. That is insane. This thing's ready to go. Now let's go build the traps and get them set. Although last night terrible things happened, it's not all bad. Because little did the fox know he actually gave away where he was going under the fence. And I believe at this point, it's pretty safe to say this fox is our chicken predator. And we're gonna do everything we can to take him out. All right, let's get in here and see what happened last night. We still got these 2 and they're doing okay. But as for the white one that we released with them, well, pretty sure y'all figured out what happened to him. But it looks like right here, right out in front of the chicken coop is where it all went down. Dang, dude. What even is this? Just a big piece of him? So reviewing the footage, oh gosh, yeah. Reviewing the footage, just right here is where that one clip came from, where he was actually, pulling the chicken around. And right over here, clear as day, is where he's coming up and under the fence. But that's okay, because that little spot right there, I believe is actually going to be the end of it. We're going to use that spot to be the last spot he ever spots. I don't know, you get the point. We're setting a trap there, let's go. The trap is set. Now we just wait until tonight, and if he comes to that fence, he should be caught. And that was 7 days ago, and we've still not caught the fox. And all we've had on camera have been squirrels and rabbits. I think we're going to switch something up. We're using this guy as live bait. I have this giant cage trap. Oh my gosh. Ah! I could literally fit in this thing. And the plan is simple. We're going to put this thing back in the woods where we think the fox is going to be. And after blending it in a little bit, just to make it feel a little bit more natural, we add the chicken. There's always a chance this guy dies, but we hope not. I mean, it works, so we're going to use it. We got this little basket. Here there, big chick. Easy there, brother. We'll make sure this guy's got water, food, everything he needs. There you go. Cover him up, lock him in, camo him up. That's that. We're going to set up a KG trail camera on that tree, watching the trap overnight. And hopefully, man, the red fox comes through here, which is where he was. Hopefully, he'll get excited enough to just go straight in that trap and not worry about it too much. As for night number 1, old Dale's got everything he needs, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. No fox, but we're going to take that trail camera and see if it says anything was here. First, we'll check in on Dale. Dale is totally fine. He's just sitting down there. We're going to take him out right here in a minute and release him back for the day, and then, catch him back. You get the point. Awesome thing about these KG trail cameras, in the field, as an LCD screen, we can check it right here. After checking the trail camera, we had a few stray dogs on there, but not the fox that we were looking for. Either way, Dale was safe. We're going to take him, put him back somewhere, let him live free for a day, and then bring him back this evening. Over the next couple weeks, everything would be quiet. The chickens were fine, nothing in the cage trap, nothing in the footholds, nothing in the snare, and really nothing on the trail cameras either. And this led me to go ahead and get a few more chickens. And now my flock should consist of 2 black roosters, Durrell, and 4 hens. But one night, I was just flying my drone, and that's when I actually spotted the fox right out in the open. He's out there right now. He's out there right now. I'm going to get the gun. I'm going to kill him. What's it wrong? Guys, you cannot make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. What's important, though, is I know where he was, and I know where he's close to. So instead of trying to find him with the drone, I'm going to see if I can play his temptation and go up there with a dying rabbit call. See if he comes hopping in. Maybe he's here more than we think. And maybe our trail cameras just aren't seeing. I'm getting the call. I'm getting some night vision. We're gonna go see if we can kill this guy. We gotta finish today. We have to. Let's go, baby. Let's get this goon. Let's finish this once and for all. I had my chance about 2 weeks ago. By golly, if I don't have my chance again, we're gonna do everything we can to get this guy. And I don't think our odds could be better than right here, right now. There we got some deer, but that's not what we're after. From what I could see from the drone, I felt like he went over the hill. So I'm gonna just step out here. Might get her calling right in front of me. I'm just gonna put the call right here. This could be it right here. That fox could literally be 50 yards from me right now. All right, baby, let's make this happen. Literally be 50 yards. Go straight for a dying chicken. It's game time. I sat there, but unfortunately this fox just never came. So I sent up the thermal drone in hopes that I might be able to relocate. I feel like he went somewhere right over in here. And at this point, he's probably figured out this drone means bad news, so he's probably running away. But where? Just where? There's something. What is that? Is that a black bear? Someone's climbing that tree. Dude, is that a bear? Oh, it's a raccoon. Okay, it's a raccoon. That's funny. Long story short, though, that's not the fox. And unfortunately, I gave it a pretty good look. I don't see him. As much as I really, really hate to say this, I think this fox got away. Whew. This was close. This was so close. As much as I hate to admit this fox is really whooping up on us. Last night we got this video of the fox right outside the chicken coop, right where I had that trap set. I came on out here, we're gonna check for the chickens, and this could be a problem. And for a couple reasons too. We should have 4 hens and 3 roosters. 3 roosters, check. I only see 1 hen right now. Another thing, this is actually pretty important, is that we got this hen right here. And she's actually sitting on a bunch of eggs. Yeah, that's good. She's up off the ground. She's protected. But literally, as soon as those chicks hatch, they're all going to be on the ground pretty permanently until they get old enough to fly, which will be a while. And that really opens them up to red fox, possum. When the chicks are on the ground, it's super easy prey. We got to find those other 2 hens. If that fox came in here and got a hen last night, we're in trouble. Here's the thing. Right now, all the chickens roost about 6 feet high. It's going to be really hard for the red fox to get any of them, even if he can get in there. But as soon as those chicks hatch, which according to our calendar, it's going to be about 2 weeks. It's not that long. And when that happens, I can nearly guarantee the fox will be back and he will be successful. So basically, long story short, what that means is that we've got to catch this guy before the chicks hatch. Because if not, we will pay for it. And good news, I did find the other 2 hens. So luckily, he didn't get nothing last night. Right, guys, we're holding an emergency press conference because this is some big news. As everyone saw, last night was pretty crazy. We were close, but just not close enough. But what happened while I was asleep is the red fox actually came back and was patrolling the perimeter of the coop, which is not good. Just wanted to come out and let you guys know that. And we also got a solid date on when the chicks are supposed to be hatching, and it is 7 days. So we have 7 days before the fox inevitably kills them all. All right, questions. You, what you got?
Kendall, we saw that you had a lot of confidence
and the different kinds of traps you set, how do you feel now that none of it actually worked? Alright, well, that's pretty, I'm gonna be honest, I really thought the steel trap was gonna work, which it actually did. It worked really good, and it caught half of our problem. But for some reason, the second fox even came back and even wrote a poem about it, but he just didn't get caught. And as for the live trap, well, that just didn't work. It just didn't work. But I thought it was going to. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm thinking. Next question. Are you right here?
If you could only set one trap for this fox, what would it be?
Well, I'm going to be honest, I have no idea. Actually, that's kind of why we're here. Because I do not know what's going on. So
what you're saying is that you kind of don't know what's going on right now.
yeah, pretty much. We're just kind of hoping for the best. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. As for the press conference, I'm out of here. If we're going to catch this fox, we've tried a bunch of different things. We've tried multiple different kinds of traps. We've tried hunting. We've even tried a stinking helicopter with a thermal on it. None of them's actually got it. Is it because he's so smart? Or is it just because he's so lucky? I don't really know. And I hope that he's not that smart, because that'd be bad. Long story short, we've got 7 days, and we've got to do something. Our first step's going to be getting cameras out everywhere. Cell cameras, normal cameras. We just need information on where this guy is and when, so that maybe we'll be able to pattern him and figure him out that much more. Next, we got to make sure that all of our traps are set and ready to go. Everything from the snare to the foothold, and even to the big cage trap, which we're going to have to start baiting up every night again. The roosters may not like it, but they're just going to have to get over it at this point. They are our only option. Over the next 7 days, we would get some trail cam footage of the fox. However, not close to the chicken coop, instead way out in the mountain. But let's not get too comfortable, because he is still out there. As for the chicks, they've officially hatched. And for whatever reason, I have 2 hens that are actually going to be, I guess, co-parenting. I don't actually know how that works. But anyways, they're doing it. And it seems that last night, we even had some action in the foothold. Although it's not a fox, we did catch a random coyote, which seemingly came out of nowhere. Now, is this one of the coyotes that we seen at the very beginning of the video? Well, at this point, we're really not sure, and there's no way to really tell. But we're never mad at an opportunity to take out a coyote. But just like I mentioned earlier, let's not get too comfortable, because the red fox that we know have been targeting our chickens is most definitely still out there. Alright guys, it's been 3 days later, and we have some bad news. I think we got hit again last night, and it wasn't even from the fox. But before we get too far into it, we'll take our sacrificial chicken and turn him back out for the day. This dude's been a trooper. He's been staying his nights in this little cage, but hey, maybe one day it'll actually be worth it all. If we can catch that fox, I think it'll be worth it. But like I just mentioned, the fox may not be the only predator we're after right now. Here's an update on the flock. We still got the 2 sacrifices, Durrell, and this hen with quite a few chicks under her. Problem is that 3 days ago, these chicks had 2 parents. And now the other hen's gone. Looking in here at these, we do still have this chicken, which is sitting on eggs, which is good. And we do still have this chicken, which is sitting on eggs, which is good. And this one's pretty territorial, so maybe she could do some stuff. But as for the other hen that was actually sitting on those same eggs that hatched and was like watching after the chicks, she's gone. And it was just last night that we got this picture and video right here of a raccoon coming out of the chicken lot. That's a problem for 2 reasons. First of all, it's a raccoon. That's not good. Number 2, he's coming out of the chicken lot, so how did he get in? And number 3, we didn't even catch him in our trap. It was right down here. And that right there is where he came out of. So is this where the raccoon came in, and is this where the raccoon didn't get caught? Potentially. I mean, the snare really doesn't look moved that much. I think our only option really at this point is to be safer than sorrier, I guess. I think we're going to have to set some raccoon traps right over here, and I think we're also going to have to just quit setting a trap on this hole and just go ahead and fix it. We're going to have to just go ahead and fill in the hole. Stop worrying about trying to catch something here and just worry about not letting other things in here. Go ahead and start filling this in with rocks, dirt, mainly dirt. I'll still put the snare back just in case something comes back and digs it back out. But yeah, it looks like our next objective, we're still out for the fox, but now we're out for another raccoon too. So for now, we need to check the rest of this fence and set a raccoon trap. After looking at the entire perimeter of the chicken coop, I couldn't find anywhere that these guys were coming in, which not only makes it hard, but it also makes it really confusing. But either way, our next best option is to go straight in and set some raccoon traps. So we set a couple dog proofs around the perimeter, and if a raccoon comes by these, he shouldn't be able to pass up some easy food. And this actually brings up a really interesting question. You see, a couple months ago when the red fox was killing all the chickens, we caught a raccoon, but we let him go because he was innocent, and he hadn't actually killed any chickens yet. But only a couple months later, and he's the new predator. So the question is, 2 months ago with this, quote, innocent raccoon, should we have killed him?
Yes. Yes, you should have killed that raccoon when you had the chance. Because now he's killing chickens again. Now he's getting revenge for what you did to him. So yeah, you should have taken the opportunity to off him when you had the chance. You should have just killed him and then body, like, I guess somewhere where another carnivore can get to him, or just recycle him or something like that. You should have done that.
Make a mistake by
Let nature take its course once he was gone.
letting him go in the first place. Comment below what you think, because I want to know what you had to say.
I would have killed that raccoon when I had the chance, because if I'd known that raccoon was going to cause problems, I would have just taken the shot.
The red fox. Majestic, intelligent, sneaky, and arguably the ultimate predator. It's been a month, and this red fox is avoiding everything I throw at him. The fence, he goes under them. The snares, he goes around them. The footholds, he digs them up. The predator call, he avoids it. The thermal drone, he runs from it. This red fox, unfortunately, has learned all my tricks, and I've tried everything that I know to try. And 1 month later, here we are. 27 chicks, dead. 4 hens, dead. 2 roosters, dead. The chicken lot is empty, and the only thing I have left is Daryl. My pet rooster I've had forever, and the fox gave him a souvenir limb. Now Daryl just hobbles around, and he won't even come out here. He stays away from here. He just stays under the shed where I feed the dogs, and he doesn't leave. And honestly, he's just lucky to be here at all. That's just how this cookie crumbled, and that's just pretty much how it is. Click over here if you want to see the time where coyotes actually hunted down and killed my dog. I took care of them. Or right over here for some alligators, which was causing a serious problem.
You'll kill that fox one day. You'll get him. You'll get him. Don't worry. You'll get him. All right. Well, with that gone, I guess update on what's to come. Tomorrow, we got this coming out. I know these tycoons may seem pretty boring, but I do add no copyright music to make it somewhat a little more better and more entertaining. As for live streams, tomorrow we have Friday 13th. After a whole month, we're finally getting back to doing this. Even if we don't do the challenges, we're still going to do what we can to make it as fun as we can. Tomorrow we got Five Nights at Freddy's Sister Location full game. We're going to be doing a Halloween special, reacting to the Amazing Digital Circus Episode 3 Mystery of Mildenhall Manor. And then we're going to be kicking off November with Pokemon Legends Arceus. And then I'm going to be focusing on I think Shadow the Hedgehog short for tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Other than that, we have reached the end of the stream, so I'm going to go ahead end this stream, so I'm going to go do a shower and clean my hair. So here we go. Make sure. Gotta make sure I have my remote. Okay, let's turn this up. Where are we at? 36. Okay, that's good enough. All right, everybody, we've reached the end of the stream. If you guys have enjoyed it, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, click the bell, comment down below. Help me get to my goal of 3K subscribers. before 2024 is over and before 2025 begins. Have a great, wonderful rest of your night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you all so much. Take care and peace.